Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
Yeah, man, the London Royals season, man. Like, yeah. Huh?
What a year.
We could get the short version, but I'm gonna talk on the positives of the Royals. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What a year. Like all the other stuff, I can't talk about it yet, just because it's legal.
We're gonna talk on the good stuff, man.
But it was an amazing year, man. It was an amazing
year.
So
what made you come? So what was the reason coming back? Because it was in London, and you got to play with some of your peers because you playing alongside a lot of the man them really.
Honestly, what happened was I was at a point in my career where I had done a lot in Europe, and I was at the point where what kind of happens is you figure out how the game works, right? So I was just in Spain, and I had a great year in Spain.
Yeah.
And I ended up I don't know if you can see the scar on my wrist.
Okay.
I needed surgery, like maybe around February. Like I hurt myself, and they came to me and they were like, "You have to have surgery, but it won't get worse. So you can play out." And mind you, I had a 2-year deal. That my deal was like, if we get promoted to the ACB the next year, then I had a bigger and better deal. And that was gonna be my first year in the ACB. And the plan was, I played like 2-3 years in the ACB, get a big time deal in the ACB. Like I'll be set.
Yeah.
So they were like, "You're our guy. You've had a good year. You've had a great year up to now. But we think like we're gonna get promoted with you. Obviously, if you decide to have surgery, you're still our guy if we get promoted, whatever. But we're gonna have to sign someone else, and we don't know how it's gonna go with him." So me being who I am and what I've always done in my career, like I put the other team first. Now I was getting offers to leave Spain and go to places where I've been before for more money, because it's coming to the playoffs. What normally happens is around the playoffs times, teams will call you if you're an experienced guy, if they know you can get the job done, they call you to leave your team and go play for the playoffs. I said no. I said no to having surgery. I said no to all the other teams. Stayed put, stayed loyal. I played hurt. We're not getting promoted. I did well. I was a fan favorite out there, even to the point that when we did the parade, like I was singing to the people in Spanish. But then obviously, after that, the business side of it comes, and they end up cutting me to bring some of their own Spanish guys in, bring it like their own people in.
Oh, right, so, right.
I was just kind of tired of the fact that like it gets to the point where if your market value around like the league or the country isn't seen as where it needs to be at, like your playing ability could be here.
Yeah.
If your market value is here, that's where they're gonna. That's what they want to do to you. Now, after a while,
all right.
Yeah. So if you're a young player or you don't have any experience, then they can justify not paying you. Now, if you're an experienced player and you've played well, they have to pay you. It's either they pay you or they get someone else in for cheaper.
So that's what they probably did then. In your case, got rid of you because your value might have been high.
Basically, it's either you have to pay me or get someone else in for cheaper, and you gamble. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully maybe it don't.
Maybe it don't. Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens. And it was I just got to a point where I was like, listen, I'm not about to keep going to these teams and helping them fulfill their agenda, fulfill their dreams and their goals, and I'm going to be left out in the cold every single time.
Yeah. Definitely, you have to come to a point where you have to say, "No, enough's enough."
Yeah. So, and then I don't know, when I had that mindset, like I didn't know what the next year held. Like I was prepared to sit out. I was not gonna, like, my whole thing was like, I'm not taking any more jobs that I don't want to do. I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna, that mentor said basically I started to understand my value, and because I was doing that stuff outside of basketball, when these jobs came up, like it wasn't like, oh, I have to take this job because I need this money.
Yeah.
You know, I started saving my money better. I started acting better with my money. So it wasn't like I just need an opportunity. I just need a job. So I was able to be a bit more selective with my opportunities, and then
So that gave you a bit more freedom. So let me guess. So all that time of preparation that you did, it gave you a
yeah.
lot more freedom to say you could go back to somewhere like Royals, basically.
Well, yes, but at the same time, Royals came with like a deal that was like, okay, this makes sense, you know. That it came that the whole situation was about me coming home, helping to build something at home, build my
Yeah.
own thing at home, like be part of my own team that I'm building. Um, I signed for 3 years, a 3-year deal. Um, you know, it's for good money. And it was going to allow me to do certain things that I wouldn't be able to do like when I'm overseas. So if you're getting paid in another country, then it's hard for you to come home and get a mortgage. You can have the money in your bank,
Yeah.
but the bank is not going to give you the bank is not going to give you the mortgage to go and sign to go and do what you have to do with that money. So you got to do everything cash or So the fact that I was able to come home allowed me to do some more business type moves. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So even with everything I'm doing right now, like the plan was to get it started, get it popping back in 2018?
2018. The Royals started at 2018, I believe.
Yeah, it's
2019,
supposed to
yeah.
get started in 2018, but obviously when all the bullshit started popping off, like I had to kind of like sit back and evaluate and hedge my bets. So and
That's dope.
nah,
All right.
that's
I
where we
hear
are
that.
now.
All right. So during those times, though, one thing I will touch on, was the emotions, of going into that BBL Trophy Finals for one.
Yeah,
Imagine now, this is an epic battle. This is
yeah,
the Battle of London. Like,
yeah.
what was your thoughts going into that, and your whole emotions through the game, and going into overtime as well? You went into overtime, right? That game as well, yeah.
Yeah,
And then on top of it, you win the MVP in that
yeah.
game. Like, was you expecting that win, and what was your emotions again? Talk us through that, man.
I mean, quite honestly, I never expect to lose. It don't matter what I do. I never really expect to lose. Yeah, like it can happen, obviously, and you prepare for that to happen, and you don't have to deal with losing. But I've I I thought we were gonna win. I was confident we were gonna win, but I knew it would be tough. But there's just some games that you can just like you can sense that everyone's on the same page. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
build up for that game, like the focus was, like like we had so much talent on that team
There
that
was,
some
there
days it could be difficult to kind of like make everything run as smooth as you might want it to. But that week, nothing, no issue, no nothing, no problems. Like it was just
it was a good battle, man. It was like, because I didn't feel, because some games, in some games you can feel like some people capitalize off other teams'
yeah,
errors and stuff. I just felt
yeah,
like that game, it was straight balling. Like,
yeah.
you weren't trying to, Wales weren't trying to make a mistake. Lions weren't trying to make no mistake. It was literally
No,
just, everyone was focused. Both teams were just focused on
yeah.
trying
And
to.
and,
And
and,
any
and those
slip up
and,
that
and those
happened,
and those
and
guys there, uh, they're battle tested. They've been together.
yeah,
They won chips before, and they knew the league. I mean, that one thing you have to remember that it's basketball, so it don't matter who you are, man. If you're new to the league, you don't know how things go there. Like
mm,
if you got into a team like they know how the league goes, they know what works there. They have an advantage straight away.
yeah, yeah.
And on top of that, they're tough. They're good players, talented. So it was always going to be a battle. But just that environment, to come out on top, overtime. Like I think I forgot what happened for us to go down 3. Like, but it was
So,
just like, oh shit. But at the same time, no one panicked. Like no one panicked.
it was
No one
good, man.
panicked. And all credit to Junior. Like I was probably his best
Yeah, yeah.
coaching moment ever. Like he drew up the play. Like he knew what was going to happen. But even then, Ed made a hell of a play. Like if you watch it,
That
like
was,
like Justin was on his way. Justin was on his way, and
I always
just,
think, I never forget that because I remember that play. I thought, all right, Justin's probably gonna just stop at Ed, and then he just ran past him. And I was like, oh. As soon as he ran past him,
you can't blame Justin though, because
I
Ed's
know,
one
I'm
of
not
those.
blaming him. No,
I know. I'm just saying. Ed's one of them shooters. You could be in front of him. You can run past him. You could hit him. He can still hit that shot. It don't matter what you know what I mean.
It's mad.
But what it was actually good that Justin made him do that, because he made him like change his rhythm. It wasn't like he just caught the ball and shot it. Like he had to do something. He took a dribble, so it was even a more difficult shot. but he nailed it, man.
It was a good shot.
He nailed it, and then give us a chance to take away in the overtime, which we did. And
and then one way walked away the MVP award, man. So congrats on that one, man.
Yeah, that was unexpected, man. I didn't know I was gonna get it. Like,
it was a really epic battle, man. I love that, man.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you made it to the playoff finals. Unfortunately, Leicester.
Yeah.
Happens again. Battle tested team. They've been there before, so that must.
So just how the preparation for trophy final was so elite. The preparation for playoff final was completely opposite. And it wasn't anything to do with the players. Like, again, at that point, stuff with ownership was already unraveling. So, they didn't give us a chance in terms of like practicing, where to practice, what time we're practicing, even how we're getting to the O2. Always an issue, and when you're playing, again, I'll go into that when I'm able to. I'll go into that more.
Yeah, we've got another issue.
Yeah, but again, like all stuff like that. When you're playing a team that, number one, has been on that stage many times, has won on that stage many times, has one of the best coaches in the league. It's one of the most winningest teams in the league. It's one of the biggest budgets in the league in terms of, like what they do. I mean, look at Leicester. What they've done over the last 15 years.
They just know how to budget well. They don't overspend their budget. They're great with it. So they manage it. It's managing their budget is what they're good at.
On top of that, they're easily, them and Newcastle are easily one and two and best, most organized teams in the league over the last 5-10 years. I mean, I won't. I always got to give some credit to Vince. I got to give some credit to PJ.
Yeah, Vince has been doing a great job with lines. Very great job.
Give some credit to PJ. Who else? Atiba. I've got to give some credit.
Another team I see that's doing on the rise with the organization is Bristol.
Yeah, Bristol was they're doing big things over there. They're building their own arena. But I'm just saying historically, like Leicester's been one of those teams. So now, if you're going up against that in the final, and then you're already fighting behind the eight ball, like so the preparation just wasn't where it needed to be, and it showed in the game, and it was unfortunate because we worked really hard to get to that point.
Man, it's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it was hard.
First half was good, then so it was unfortunate, that one, man. I remember coming to your Bristol game, as you saying that you had ups and downs in that season. I do remember your Bristol game, and that was like that. You had me scared, man. I was like, what?
The first one.
Was it the one where you had Washburn?
Oh yeah.
And he got that dirty dunk.
Oh, see that we didn't have Wes, man. Like, see stuff like that. Like, we didn't have Wes. We didn't have Day. That year was so frustrating. That year was amazing, but it was frustrating, man.
Frustrated, man.
Yeah.
I do remember that Bristol game. He was like, what up, and then they came back into it. I was like, what's going on? And it was funny because they had such a great fan base. So I'm an only Royal supporter virtually just there on that. Yeah, and I'm looking around like, shit, these guys all try to attack me like football fans.
Well, they wanted to beat us because I think we beat them twice that season already.
Yeah.
They wanted to beat us, and they were confident, man. They were confident.
Because you beat them once when you weren't playing. I think when LVC hit that last minute jump shot. Yeah. And I remember the other time when I came, but then Wes got that dunk on. I think it was a dozy. Might have been a dozy. That was so unexpected, man. I sat there like I'm thinking, what's he doing? Why is he driving? Oh shit! Okay. Damn.
Wes is a beast.
I was like, this guy could, and he got long arms, so he's just going up and he's dunked. I was like, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
That was nice, man. That game was nice, man. And,
Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.